for the love of Christ, please be on my channel. Fingers crossed. Am I here? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, it looks like we're... Oh, yeah. Okay, internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. Okay, will do. So hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, That Creepy Reading, and today we're going to be doing a quick follow-up video to that previous thing that we did. Man, why am I terrible at voice work today? Today we're joined by Blameitonjorge, Josh Scorcher, and everyone's favorite convict, Bedhead Bernie.
I cannot speak on open cases and ongoing trials.
So do you want to tell them about what just happened, Creepy, or
how you fucked up?
You can cuss, don't worry.
No, this isn't one of my good Christian boy streams.
Yeah, this isn't Josh's Christian Minecraft server we just ruined.
We did ruin it.
Ruined it pretty bad. So I was just getting this stream set up live, right? And the problem with that is that I was the dude who streamed Josh's E3 stuff. And because of that, I had his stream information on there. I didn't mean to press the go live button, but I guess I accidentally did while I was just talking to Bernie here, trying to get everything set up. But I guess we streamed to his channel for about 4 minutes.
We streamed a private conversation.
Five, actually.
Streamed a private conversation for 5 minutes, completely unbeknownst to me, until I went on his channel and saw my freaking thumbnail on it.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
You fucked up.
You're fucking it up.
Yeah.
Actively.
But yeah, going back to the follow up on this cartoon. Yeah, so full disclosure, Creepy showed me the video. I was watching it along with him, and yes, it made me cry.
Dude, I really like that video. I like that video so much that I make it this live stream. So
I am a bleeding heart. I am a cold. I'm a cold bleeding heart.
It was all that fun stuff. So what we're gonna be doing today is I got like the coolest cartoon dudes I physically could in a period of a week.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Phantom Strider declined me, unfortunately. It's okay though.
Oh, damn.
I'm the best top loser here. But I got my boy Blameitonjorge, I got Bernie, and I got you, Josh. So today we're just gonna be talking about cartoons. Specifically, it's not even gonna be necessarily the ones that were on the list, although we're gonna be talking about that in a little bit. But just stuff that personally affected us, growing up. George, I think I talked to you most about the concept for this, so I figured. Yeah. Would you like to go first?
Well, when you first brought up this idea about talking about, well, I've done a whole series of videos about cartoons that talked about serious issues, and the one that's like actually like affected me, like the one that I go back to and watch, and it just makes me like makes me feel sad, and is the Sesame Street episode when Big Bird is talking about Mr. Hooper's death. Well, he's not talking about it. He's just trying to understand the concept of death. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but he's pretty much just asking, where's Mr. Hooper? I want to give him this drawing I made for him, and they're trying to tell him, oh, he's dead. He's not coming back. Or no, they say he's dead, and then Big Bird says, oh, okay, when is he coming back? And you see that he doesn't understand what death is, and they're trying to explain it to him. And the thing that makes it so powerful is that they're like half acting. The cast of Sesame Street, they're half acting, but they're also half like tearing up and crying because he is dead, and they're trying to explain, when people die, they don't come back. That's just how it is.
So wait, like the actual actor is dead?
Yeah, the actual actor, Mr. Hooper, died previously, and Sesame Street, they do work with like child psychologists and shit, and they're trying to figure out like the best way to deal with it, because he was a beloved character. And I can't even imagine it was like in the 80s, I think. It was before my time. I can't imagine what it was like for kids who actually grew up watching Mr. Hooper to now just have this dropped on them. And they pretty much decided, okay, the best way to deal with it was just to be direct and say he's not with us anymore. That's just how it is. We have our memories of him, but he's just gone now. And it's a really intense clip. Like they don't treat kids like idiots. Like they just lay it out, and not in a harsh way, but just being mature about it. And if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend it. It's a real tearjerker.
I mean,
it's a real tearjerker. Like sorry, go ahead.
I can't even imagine like me working on that, knowing this dude who died, and then also trying to explain to children that he's dead now. Like
obviously they're following a script, but they are tearing up and they are choking on their words, and it's just like it does not get any more real than that, in my opinion. If you guys have your own moments, lay it out. But like for me, that's a moment that's always like in the back of my head. Like, oh, it's such a surreal clip, and I can't wait to show it to like my future son or daughter, because it's so powerful in my opinion. So that's my clip that I would recommend to watch. It's just search up Mr. Hooper Sesame Street. You'll find it. It's so powerful.
Oh, dude, like that sounds.
And it's like a part of the show. It's not a special. It's just in the middle of the episode they do this, and it's wonderful.
I mean, if I was working on Sesame Street, I happen to die for whatever reason, I would totally want something like that done for me.
I think it was a heart attack. I can't remember. He was an old dude, but he was like a long-lasting character.
Do you think they'd still do that stuff now? Like if a main character died?
I think so. I mean, Sesame Street's still like doing some heavy shit. I think they have like a homeless Muppet now.
Homeless Muppet? Oscar?
Yeah, I think there's a. No. Oscar has a home, technically.
It's in the trash can.
It doesn't really make that much sense. But they have like a homeless Muppet. They have a Muppet with autism, I believe.
They do.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, they're still doing some heavy shit. So if like I don't know, if someone else died, I think they would still be as direct as they were with Mr. Hooper. In my opinion, I'm not sure. It's been like 20, 30 years now. Sesame Street was a bit more hardcore back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, 1980s.
Like if you actually look at the first season, for the box for the first season, it actually says that some of the material might actually be for adults instead.
What?
Not like in a dirty way, but like I forgot what the exact wording was. But if you go back and you look up like the first season of Sesame Street on VHS or some shit, like some of the content isn't exactly for kids. I'll look it up right now.
Oh geez, that was. I remember when I was on your channel and we were doing like saddest moments in kids shows or shows that dealt with serious issues.
Yeah,
and you're like Charlie Brown dealt with cancer, and I was like, what? And then we found it on Daily Motion or something, and we just watched it.
Yeah, we just sat down and watched it, which is pretty nice. Which is funny because I recorded that segment for your video, so
yeah, it was one of the better segments you recorded.
Oh, thank you.
I remember watching that full movie on YouTube when I was like watching a bunch of Charlie Brown films for some reason, and that one was There's a lot of weirdly serious moments in Peanuts. Like,
yeah, but still, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to punch Lucy sometimes.
Yeah.
Lucy. Yeah.
Can we make an exception for child abuse just for Lucy? Like suspend all child abuse laws for this person individually.
You know what? No, I'm not even gonna give it to Lucy. I'm gonna give it to Angelica Pickles. She was a bitch. A massive fucking cunt.
Let's just kick her ass. Am I right?
Don't worry, George. She gets her comeuppance.
She made Chucky feel bad for not having a mom.
She gets her comeuppance.
Oh no! Do you know who I would give him? Do you know who I would if we were to suspend child abuse laws? The one character I would strangle is Carmelita Spatz from what's it? Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
It's like the idea of like if you could abuse one child, who would you abuse?
If you were just given that
abuse.
Yeah, but Angelica. but full disclosure, child abuse is wrong.
Oh yeah,
Number 9, Bobby Hill.
He doesn't
Have
deserve
you
to be
ever just
abused.
No, wait, let me do my Chills voice. Have you ever just wanted to say, God damn it, Bobby? Oh, God. Oh.
All the Peanuts characters kind of deserve it, to be honest.
There's like that one kid who doesn't bathe.
No, he's based. He's kind of based.
He's pretty raw. Then there's there's a lot of. Isn't there that one girl who's like obsessed with Charlie Brown? I remember.
None of the women are obsessed with Charlie Brown. There's
one of them is.
Wait. Who?
It wasn't Charlie Brown. I think it was Linus they were obsessed with.
No.
Are you thinking about Charlie Brown's sister, who's obsessed with Schrodinger?
Oh no.
No, Schrodinger was Lucy. Fuck.
Sure. Okay, I forget her name, but okay. So it was Peppermint Patty.
Oh yeah.
I remember Robot Chicken did a thing on it where like they kind of crossed Charlie Brown with Stephen King's Misery. And
I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Charlie Brown's sister.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with Linus.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Patty was obsessed with Charlie Brown. Lucy was obsessed with Schroeder. Sally was obsessed with Linus.
Charlie Brown.
All the girls in that show are thirsty.
Wait.
Charlie Brown, the first incel.
What the fuck? This is why I have you here, Bernie. Oh God. But okay. So anyone here heard of Caillou? People are bringing that up into chat. I'd figure.
Yeah.
I have not. I have never seen Caillou.
He's number 3 on my top 10 children I'd abuse.
I think he's already getting abused.
Kid. I watched it when I was younger. And he was just a genuine piece of shit. Like if I did any of that, my mom hit me in the grocery store. Wouldn't even have a freaking problem with it. I deserve it too. I know I deserve it too. I wouldn't even cry. It would be like, I had it coming.
Do you think he has like cancer though?
Hopefully.
Just because he's bald? No.
I think he's got that number 1 disease. You know, what if Caillou grows up to be number 1 from Codename Kids Next Door?
Guys, real quickly, I just found it. So the first few seasons of Sesame Street came with a warning that said, these early Sesame Street episodes are intended for grown-ups and may not suit the needs of today's preschool child. Just to clarify. I knew there was a warning. I didn't know it was the first few seasons. I thought it was just the first season.
Honestly,
but yeah, sorry.
I would still say that Sesame Street should, like, I think that kids should learn about this stuff. Like,
yeah.
This is the kind of thing that they probably need to hear that they're like sheltered from growing up. I don't know if you guys know this, but when I was younger, I saw a few seconds of a horror movie called I think like Darkness Falls or something like that. And like honestly, the movie is really stupid. It's about the Tooth Fairy that like kills people if you see her. It's really really bad. And like her one weakness is light. Oh no. But I saw the first like 10 minutes of the movie where this kid's parents just gets like eviscerated by the damn Tooth Fairy, and like, you know, all the crunching noises, all that. I saw that as a kid. I wasn't even supposed to. I just kind of like snuck into the room and watched that part and like left, and it left such a profound impact on my life that no joke, I had like night terrors about that moment for a good like 6 years, to the point where I was like seeing a therapist about it.
Oh shit.
It all stopped the moment I watched another horror movie.
Yeah.
And that movie was another bad one. One Missed Call.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It was really bad. Not the Japanese one, the American remake.
Yeah.
I remember getting really freaked out over watching a character get murdered on the internet.
Yeah, I think my first foray into horror was The Mummy.
Original?
Not the one with Brendan Fraser.
That's not a horror movie.
It's when you're like 10 years old and you're watching the scarabs eat someone alive, then yeah, I think that qualifies as horror.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ramsey's Curse was scarier than that.
That's a pretty high standard, though. Like, Courage is pretty fucked up.
Return the slab. Oh shit! Someone donated $20.
$20.
$20 donation by
Argentina.
A new Argentina, the voice of the people.
God bless Argentina, man.
Do you, please tell me you guys know that reference.
I don't get it.
You've never seen a Vita?
What's a Vita?
Vita these nuts.
All right. Well, how about we should move on to like Bernie? If you have any cartoon moments that have touched you personally.
Like touched me?
Yeah.
I don't know about touched me, but there are a lot of cartoons that have like
profoundly impacted you, or just like impacted you in any way.
South Park for sure was like my first, like, the first cartoon that I really started to binge watch, because before I had Netflix or anything, they had all the free episodes on their website.
I remember that. I watched.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, South Park Studios or something.
Yeah, and as a naive, like, just child, I just knew nothing about. Like, I was sheltered from pretty much everything, you know. Well, okay, not everything, but I was sheltered to a lot of the current events, and like actually being able to watch this, you know, it's pretty graphic, but it's still a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
And just being able to like be fed all this information through South Park made me a lot more. Made me feel a lot more like
connected.
Yeah, connected to the rest of entertainment, because I don't know, I feel like I was coddled too much with children's entertainment. Like, it's too isolated.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
The end of my childhood, like the tail end of it was ruined by CN Real.
Mm.
So go fuck yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Andrew WK, but man, go fuck yourself.
I watched the roller coaster one. What's it called? There, because it was at Knott's Berry Farm or Six Flags. It was one of those two.
Yeah, the roller coaster one where like they had
a
game show.
Yeah, it was like a questionnaire on a roller coaster. I'm trying to remember the name.
That's also worth mentioning. I didn't grow up with much TV at all either. Like, it was all like public access shit, and like even when I occasionally saw Cartoon Network, like it was CN Real, so it was just complete garbage.
Did any of you guys watch Watership Down as a kid?
Not as a kid, but I've seen it.
Oh, I love that movie. I watched it like when I was 13.
I want to see that now.
Well, I remember watching that and just getting like so traumatized.
Brain Rush. That's what it was called. Brain Rush. All right, go on.
Such a bad.
I loved it though. I watched it. I watched that. I'll admit. I'll defend Brain Rush.
I also really like Dude. What would happen?
Yes, it was like Baby Jackass.
Hey, wait, were we supposed to talk about like other cartoons that like
yeah,
like,
that's right.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Josh, do you want to go? It's your turn now.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Unless you were done.
Okay, so does anime count?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'll give you anime, but you had to have watched it as a kid.
Okay. I watched Trigun as a kid.
Oh yeah, that was on Toonami.
Yeah.
What's Trigun?
Yeah,
okay.
No
basically, it's like this giant futuristic Western movie, and it's about this guy. Main character is named Vashta Stampede, and he's got a 20 trillion double dollar bounty on his head, but he's never killed a single person. It's just that wherever he goes, destruction seems to happen, and that's why the bounty on his head is so big.
Ooh,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
this was actually on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, he's a goofy and the thing is like he's a goofy pacifist, and he just keeps getting blamed for a lot of the bad things that happen, and when all he does is just try to de-escalate, and just people are just so desperate for the money that it just keeps getting higher and higher and higher, and it was an anime that really did shape my morality as a kid, because because the thing is like he's a pacifist. He never kills. Whenever he's done it, it's usually been an accident.
Oh.
And there was one point where he there was one point where one of the villains forced him to take a life, and he just absolutely broke. It was just hearing his and the thing, Johnny Young Bosch voices Vash in this, and
Johnny's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, just hearing his, it's like after he has to kill the guy, he passes out, and then he wakes up, he realizes what he's done, and he just gives this harrowing the scream of despair. It's just, oh my gosh, my heart broke.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
We should make like a video version of this podcast with all these moments edited in.
Oh, definitely. I could probably like take it down, like edit out like the fluff and all that stuff. And
Bernie, were you done with yours?
Mine was just a general thing. I don't have a specific moment.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There's also other things, like since I'm the pony guy apparently on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly got you on here because you spent a good chunk of your adult life talking about My Little Pony. Figured, why not?
Okay, so I did actually make a countdown a while ago about my top 10 personal episodes of MLP, like the ones that touched me in a personal way. And I'm really only going to be talking about the top 2, because those are really the ones that actually like legitimately got me, upset. It's like the first one was the episode called The Last Roundup, and it just kind of bugs me that episode kind of was overshadowed by the Derpy controversy.
Oh, yeah, where those parents basically the character had like derpy weird eyes that were like cross-eyed and had like a goofy voice, and the parents were like, "Whoa, that character's too autistic. We can have autistic people in fucking cartoons." And Hasbro took it down and like changed it, like.
Yeah, and ironically made it even more offensive.
Yeah.
But anyways, that episode was basically about, but one of the characters does something, they were counting on this character to do something, and then all of a sudden she says that she's never coming back. They go there, try and figure out why she's doing it, and she's being intentionally evasive. And then she keeps making up all of this like tangled web of lies to try and dodge, to make sure that she doesn't have to explain anything. And then they finally find out that they finally find out the truth about her, and they find out why she lied all those times, because she was just so freaking ashamed of, she was so ashamed of herself that she couldn't that she didn't want to tell everyone the truth. And when she lied, she didn't want to even look at them because she was ashamed of herself. It just kept compounding, and all the shame and guilt just kept compounding, that that she ironically made them even more mad. And that resonated with me because I've done the same thing. You see, I keep a ring on my right hand. It's a manhood ring. It's like whenever basically the patriarchs of the family determine that you're a man, they think you're a man. We go out into a retreat in the middle of the forest. They give you a Bible filled with a whole bunch of life advice. And when one day I lost the ring, and my parents noticed. They said, it's like, "Hey Josh, where's your ring?" "Oh, I had to take it off for a performance. I'll put it back on." "Oh yeah, sure." And then I just went through the same thing that Applejack went through. I just kept going until I finally ran out of excuses and ran out of lies, and my parents were pissed at me. I eventually got a new one, but yeah, I really damaged my relationship with my parents there.
Damn, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. And that's number 2 on my list. Number 1 was the episode Sisterhood Social. My little brother, we had a tenuous relationship growing up. It wasn't bad, but gosh, that kid was a twerp.
Wait, what did he do?
He knew how to. He really knew how to play the crocodile tears. He was always so he was always very grabby. He was very snippy. He was very insubordinate, and yeah. But at the same time, he kind of considered me his hero in a weird way. Like,
That's cute, man.
I was great at video games. He thought that was awesome, even though he very much resented me for beating him at every video game every time. And when I joined the military, it was always his dream to join the military. He wasn't able to do it because he was type 2 diabetic. But when he saw me, it's like I was his freaking hero. And when I saw that episode of, Rarity just constantly shutting down her little sister, just ignoring her, just refusing to spend time with her, and finally seeing and then just casually seeing all the nice things that her sister was trying to do, she's like, oh, what have I done? I looked at that, I'm like, oh. It just made me realize how poorly I treated my little brother, just being callously dismissive of him.
Mm.
Yeah, we have a good relationship now. I was a groomsman at his wedding, but it's it's
how long ago was this?
The wedding? A year ago.
No. Like the whole you guys are cool now. How long were you guys not cool?
We weren't cool back in 2011.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a while ago now.
Yeah, but see, we've since repaired our relationship, but the guilt never really leaves you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing about being an adult. The guilt and bills are always consistent. But yeah, I suppose I'll go.
I really brought this conversation down. Oh my gosh.
I better bring it down one step lower than you, man.
Right. This is what I was expecting. I'm ready for the feels, man.
All right,
lay it on me.
So, I got two things
By
I'm
the
gonna
way,
bring up here.
Creepy, real quickly. Cosmo donated €5 or £5.
Oh yeah, I saw that. He said
and then someone else just donated. Okay, and then someone else just donated too.
Yeah, Leo Convoy. I actually know that guy. He donated $2.
Okay.
And he's like, did somebody say cartoons? I didn't want to interrupt Josh though, because I felt.
No worries. No. I just felt like bringing it up.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Definitely. But we will call it super chats. The moment we get a moment to. I'm not forgetting about anything. Thank you, by the way, for all the donations and all that stuff. That's absolutely amazing and makes me feel happy to know that someone gives a shit enough to actually throw money my way. I'd definitely use it to buy things like McDonald's.
Some Mickey D's.
Some of these nuggies to fuel the video editing machine. But yeah, no, I suppose the first one is one that you might not expect, and it's kind of weird that I have to bring this one up, but Hasbro, at the same time they were making My Little Pony on the Hub Network, they also had other shows on there, like Dan Versus, which is actually really good. But that's not the one I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about a pretty bad one. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Transformers Rescue Bots?
Oh God.
Yeah. So before I was really big on YouTube, I was kind of dealing. I mean, even after I got started doing YouTube and started actually getting some followers. I got my ass kicked at school more than a few times, and I remember every night I'd come home and I'd kind of just chill the day away watching Transformers Rescue Bots. And I knew as a teenager, right, back in 2011, 2010, that this is some pretty quality trash.
I was about to say it looks like shit.
It looks like shit. It was shit. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. But the thing is that it was just so non-abrasive and so just bland, I guess.
Right.
Lighthearted.
Yeah, lighthearted and kind, and always just kind of talked about being a family and growing up, and it was definitely innocent. That when I came home from school and just wanted to genuinely put a fucking bullet in my head, I would watch it, turn my brain off for 4 hours, and get to doing something. And I don't really know why I watched it that much, but the fact that I did, and the fact that I still remember it, and the fact that I go on Netflix even today and just see it there and instantly just kind of feel a little bit less shitty, it really does bring me back to a time where just school and like family stress and divorce and all that shit just didn't fucking matter for about 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and that's really like the point of like a really good, you know, any show really.
Escapism.
Definitely. And you know, that's pretty nice. The second one I'm definitely going to be talking about is that show, like Agretzico. If you guys, I know I talked about it quite a bit, but
I sat down and I watched the first 2 episodes just for you, pal.
I need to watch it still.
Thank you. It gets a lot better moving on as it like goes on, because like there's the more overarching stories that go in there. But when that show first came out, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was just like, Netflix, are you goofing again? Like, what is this? What it's like, it looks like Hello Kitty. Who is that? And being the literal shitlord I am, I just I watch it. I started watching it, and then I watched through all of it. And then I made my roommate watch through all of it, and I just kept watching through all of it. Now, keep in mind, this show, believe it or not, to you guys, unbeknownst to you, came out around the time YouTube decided to say, go fuck yourself. Creepypastas, not cool anymore. Let's not meet stories. Don't do that, right? And you know, I'm like, I mean, let me tell you guys something. There's nothing more terrifying than spending like 5 years of your life doing something only for it to be like shoved out under you the moment you start signing leases for a new apartment.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Creepy, real quickly, we have a $5 donation from Leo Conboy. Yeah, he has a question. Now a bad time to mention that Rescue Bot is technically in the same continuity of Transformers Prime due to being parts of the aligned continuity. I don't know if you know anything about the continuity of Transformers shows.
I don't know anything about the continuity of Transformers. I did watch all of Transformers Prime, but I remember like it kind of felt like, to me, Last Airbender mixed with Power Rangers, and it felt weird. Like there's a lot of
Power Rangers.
It actually sounds really cool.
It's a good show. It's just like, to me, there was just like a lot of drama in the show, and I was just trying to ignore it. Nor drama at the time, you know. I just kind of want to shut my brain off in that period.
Someone in the chat talking about Hellgirl.
Damn, I hate you, man.
I forced him to watch the first episode of Hellgirl.
But when it comes to Agretzico, I watched that show like right as my channel. Once I lost about 97% of my total ad revenue. Right after I moved out and had to like go back to my parents and say, "Hey, I need a job, because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to pay my lease. And if I can't pay my lease, you know, I'm going to be $10,000 in debt, and I'm going to have to move back in." Which is like terrible. You don't want debt, guys. That's one thing I definitely avoid. I don't have a credit card. I don't have anything. I don't like that. I try to keep myself out of that. But when Agretzico came out, I've been working at my parents' place for about, I'd say, 5 months. And you know, when you're working 40 hours at an office job, you tend to notice things about people and notice kind of tropes. I've seen people like come and go and all that stuff. And I mean, I'd go home and like I'd watch Agretzico, and you know, it was the same thing I was seeing at work, except funny and like much more exaggerated.
Right, because it's animated.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's just it made me just feel a lot more, you know, comfortable like with my situation, and really helped me get into the mindset that, you know, this isn't like the end. You know, it's not like I'm completely fucked. It's like, hey, you know, like shit happens. Everyone goes through shit. You know, we all have our problems. We all have our sob stories. You know, there are people who have it worse than me out there, and you know, just because you're in this position doesn't mean you can't like get better. It doesn't mean that, you know, just because you don't like your boss, or you can fix that relationship. You can. There's just so much that you can do. There's so much agency. There's just so much things that you just can't let yourself fall into this rut of assuming everything sucks and it's gonna suck forever. You know, there's just so much that you can do, and like that, and Blameitonjorge helping me shift my content over to like a new format. You know, I completely turned the channel around in a year's time. So, I mean, shit. I love Agretsuko. It's something that I've watched my older brother. It's something that
And now that show is a part of like one of your like fastest growing videos.
Oh yeah, that video. I was like, okay, I hope this video like at least gets 100,000 views in like a month, right? Like going like, hey, realistic.
What was it like the first like day or two? Got 100,000.
The first 2 days, 100,000 views. Less than a week later, we're like 356,000. So
God damn.
It's lit. It's I don't want to flex or anything, but like it's I put my heart and soul in that video.
Yeah, that's something that people usually resonate with.
I had Matt. One of George introduced me to this writer called Matt, and I had him do some of the writing on there. But like for all the entries that I did, I wrote it myself, or I would like tweak what Matt wrote, like adding personal anecdotes and adding on, and making it kind of just like personal for me. So you may notice like the you may notice that like the thing about Static Shock, like that's all Matt there. Matt is able to correctly identify like the systemic issues there, and talk about how this show actually commentates on that, and that's absolutely freaking amazing. But I'm not.
That's really good.
I'm not. The thing is though, I'm not black. I don't understand those issues, and if I were to try to write that, it wouldn't sound genuine. It would. I don't know the history there, so I'm glad that I had Matt on board to do that. And that's like one thing I want to do moving forward with my videos, just making everything sound like I want it to be personal, I don't want to be Watch Mojo where it's like, oh man, here's our top 10 times video gamers said the N-word on live stream.
Top 10 days of the week.
Okay, that was good. Well played. But yeah, it's Watch Mojo has been like, well, Watch Mojo has kind of been a bane of my existence because I think I could do a pretty cool countdown topic. Watch Mojo did it.
Yeah.
I don't even care about what Watch Mojo does anymore. I'll look at their countdown topics and be like, yeah, I could do that, but good. And I just to clarify here, Watch Mojo, the people who work there aren't bad. So don't like go around fucking harassing editors, the people who voice it, the writers.
Yeah.
No, those people are all chill.
Because one of my writers, I know a writer for Watch Mojo. He in fact works for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and it's very interesting to see like the process. He actually asked me for, it's like several times he's actually asked me for input on the scripts. And then I'm looking at this as like, wait, for real? Twilight's Kingdom as the #1 MLP episode. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great. He says, look, they're all elected by popular vote, okay?
All right, guys, so real quickly,
sabotage them.
Since we've all given off our moments, I've thought that before we rotate back to me, I would ask the chat if they have any questions for us.
Dope. Yeah. You got questions for either me, Josh, Scorcher, or Bedhead Bernie, other than when you're going to make the next video, Bedhead?
Here's one that I think is pretty interesting.
I'll never make the next video at this rate.
Do you guys have a favorite video from your channel?
Okay, I'm gonna make a rule for myself and not say the last one, because honestly, the last one was one of my favorites ever.
Okay.
So
actually, real quickly, creepy. Top 10 reasons why DSP is a failure.
Okay. Number 1, he jerked off on a live stream.
That's a success.
I accidentally.
That's a win. Who's done that?
No, he did that. I think he did it twice. I think there's another one.
He scammed out his Patreon people not once, not twice, but like 3 or 4 times. Not following through with obligations. Like, I think if he hit a certain point, he's like, oh, I'll let's play this game. He gets halfway through it and stops because he gets annoyed. He's like, oh, God, there's so much garbage there that it's like going like, okay, top 10 reasons why this landfill smells like fucking garbage, because it's full of garbage. I mean, like, you don't need to look far. Look at it. There's some rotting piss there. Like,
is there an ET cartridge?
I hope there. He probably has at least 2.
But yeah, I think the video that I'm most proud of personally is my top 10 music battles
Ooh.
list. Because thing is yeah, it's like it's like music battles have always been like an interesting topic for me because it's like it's just so cool, like the audio visual overload that comes from people dueling each other with music. I originally wanted to do it just purely video game, but there weren't a lot of them.
Music battles? I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what that is.
Like,
you ever see the Doomstar Requiem?
No.
Okay. Please tell me you know what The Devil Went Down to Georgia is.
That rings a bell.
Oh boy.
I'm on the video right now. Like, I'm sort of just scrolling through it. I see like Tenacious D and Epic Rap Battles and shit. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like basically it's just people dueling each other with music. Or like you've seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, right?
Yeah.
It's like remember like the bass battle?
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of thing.
Back. Oh, okay. That's really I'll watch this later. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I just love that sort of concept, but I couldn't find any I could only like find a couple for video games, which was really irritating. But yeah, there were a lot of good ones out there, and I also who hasn't given theirs?
I guess I'll go. I think trying to think, not going with my last video either, because I actually think the Clockman video is like my most polished video. Every other video
tight.
Every other video I've done has like 1 or 2 errors in it, but like I think the Clockman one is just like the most clean. I'd say the video that I'm most proud of, ironically, is the top 40 Lost or Banned episodes of kid shows. I narrated that whole bitch in like a night, and it shows as it goes on. Like I'm just like more worn out, and like I'm fucking like tripping over my own words and shit. Also, it was like I think it was one of the videos that really launched my channel. I remember I uploaded it, and then I went to hang out with my friends that night, and it had like 17,000 views in that one night, which is like a shit ton to me at the moment. I was like, holy shit.
Was that the one with SpongeBob, like A Day with SpongeBob on it?
Yeah. It was the first one that I did. That was
I remember
related.
I remember when you like came to me like I think like a couple weeks after that, and you're like, hey, maybe I'm not a horror channel. Maybe
yeah.
And I was like, you're
a sad guy channel now.
I'm a sad boy channel. But also
no, that's DSP. He's a sad man channel.
In more ways
he
than one.
spawned a whole genre of videos titled "This is how you don't play" because he's that bad.
I linked it.
Fuck do you do that?
I linked it in the chat, but the first time he caught jerking off, it was on camera. This time it was on like recording, and apparently like the revelation that he does it. Yeah, the revelation that he must do it like before every single stream. He just masturbates.
Oh my god. That's so dangerous. You're like playing with fire right there.
Like that's like I'm just trying to like honestly, if it was a mistake, that's one thing, but I mean, DSP as a person can be a genuine piece of shit to like not just his friends, but like everyone around him. It's almost like watching a wildfire that's just gonna burn itself out at some point.
Isn't
it's
he
like trying
really
to put out a
wealthy?
wildfire with like gasoline.
He's like really wealthy now, though.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
His views have been going down. Dude can't make more than like a couple hundred subs a month if he's not losing any.
It must have been a meme then I saw, because I thought I saw a meme where he was like one of the #1 most subscriptions.
No, I beat him in subscribers like a couple of weeks ago. That was like my dream. And I mean, when I first started on YouTube, I believe he had like 230,000 subs, but now he's at 183,000.
Oh shit! I was thinking about Twitch.
On Twitch, I think he got banned.
That's fucking great.
Chronic masturbator.
It's
yeah, but going back to the Lost or Banned video, it was so long ago, I can't recall, but I'm pretty sure Lost Media wasn't like as big as a topic as it is now.
No, yeah.
I remember when I ran into the wiki for the first time, and being blunt, I did just read it off. But when I went to the wiki for the first time, I'm like, why is nobody talking about this? This is so fucking interesting. And it was originally a top 10, but then I found more that was interesting. So it became like 20, 25, 30. It got to 40. And that was back when I wanted to be Tat's top videos so badly. And,
I think you were like the one who really blew it up, just because I remember always seeing your shit, and then like eventually other channels started copying like your stick.
I know for sure that L Supersonic Q was like inspired by me or something.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I knew him before he was like a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude. But yeah, I'd say out of like all the videos I've done, I'm probably most proud of Clockman in that one, which is funny because that's like at the very beginning of my timeline and now like the latest video. So that's
one thing
that's
that
what I'd
happens
say.
with your videos that I've noticed is that like other people who like speak different languages keep just stealing them and converting them into Portuguese or like
it
Spanish.
Keeps happening.
Okay, this guy donated $2. Your big gay love your videos vids. Big gay love your vids BTW. Ha ha ha. Thank you,
Big
Daddy.
as gay.
Thank you, Daddy Kasame. I believe in you. Have a good.
All right, Bernie, your turn now.
Which one of your three videos is your favorite?
Yeah, I unlisted all my videos because I hate them. But
oh, what really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't look back on them that fondly. But the 3 I have up are the ones I'm mainly proud of.
Let me see.
But it's the original Day with SpongeBob video, the Cracks video, and then the Freaky Flickers video.
You took down Clockman?
Yeah, I hid Clockman because I wasn't that happy with it.
All right.
Besides, you have like the definitive version.
I'm so happy about that too, honestly.
Yours is like, I don't know, yours like outscopes mine, and yours has a conclusion because mine was made before anything happened.
I hate to interrupt, but there's a funny thing about Clockman. George, I think, did you have to re-upload that one? Because like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So George fucked up the Clockman, his original upload of Clockman, right? And like had to re-upload it. I fucked up my first upload of the the 9 cartoons that got way too real. And George comes to me and he's like, dude, you fucked up. I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up. And he's like, I don't know what to do. There's already like several thousand views on it. And he's like, dude, don't worry, man. I fucked up. And this is like one of my most popular videos. I'm like, all right, you're right. Fuck it. Taking it down. Launch the nukes. Gonna re-edit this. And I re-edited it. It's up. And like, even now, like, it's one of my most viewed videos on my channel. Like,
yeah, I was pretty much telling him, don't be afraid to re-upload. I fucked up the Clockman video, so and it ended up doing pretty well. So anything's possible, dude.
Well,
wait a minute, I could have sworn that you said that the Clockman video was like the most clean because it had no errors, but you cheated.
Oh, dude, I re-upload like half my videos. Now it's good.
I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
It's just a bunch of lost media stuff.
Yeah. Clockman was a lost pinwheel short off of the old Nickelodeon thing.
There was a short from the 80s that nobody knew where it was. It was just a bunch of accounts of people being like, I remember that. I remember that too. And it was a long 5-year search. We found it. They found it.
Just
on YouTube.
Casually said pinwheel, like people know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a pinwheel.
But real quickly, I was gonna say that I was so happy the video did as well as it did, because if we're really gonna talk about some sad shit, I was like burned out and like depressed during the end of the year. I did not think Clockman would go anywhere, so I was like, fuck it, I'll finish it. I haven't uploaded since because I'm still recovering from the burnout, so I uploaded it, and it just ended up doing well. So so I'm happy it's the definitive version.
Like my channel has been doing so fucking good these last couple of months because of the new format, Well,
rub it in, why don't ya?
Gonna flex on you, buddy.
We are talking about our most proud videos.
Yeah.
This is our time to flex. So with that last video, and just like even in general, like the scam video, it's my channel just started like blowing up. Like it took a while to convert my fan base over to the new format because, like I said, I went from creepypasta narrations and Let's Not Meet stories to these list things, and also trying to like make it sound like me and not like Watch Mojo or Blameitonjorge,
Yeah.
And it took like a whole year to like really get the kind of viewership that I want. Like I did notice like off the bat my viewership on the videos were much better than they were on any Let's Not Meet or Creepypasta narration in like its first week, but it took so much longer to make. So I'd keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and like I said, it kept the channel from just outright dying because of demonetization. Like, I'm kind of glad I slapped what I did like right when the adpocalypse happened, because I'm looking at all these other narrators who are like getting their entire channel demonetized.
It was a scary time.
It was a scary time, and I don't believe in deleting videos unless if I like have to. So I'm like, I'm not gonna delete any of these old stuff, but I'm not doing it anymore, you know. And there is something to be said about like a video that takes me a month to script write, narrate, get everything just right to do, versus a video that takes like less than a day. It's an hour long, and it contains like 40 stories not written by me. Like,
yeah,
like I'm not saying that I'm not gonna knock those people for what they do. You know, I'm glad that there's an audience for them. I'm glad people are getting their story shared out and sharing this horror literature. And there's nothing to complain about the horror community getting at least a little bit bigger. But it's also low effort content. Like,
there's a reason why it's so saturated.
It's because it doesn't take a lot of effort to do. Like, when I first started doing it, you know, like, it's how I got into editing, and I'm kind of glad that I did start doing it at the young age, because it helped me learn the editing programs and all that stuff, doing really basic shit. Because let's face it here, the Let's Not Meet stories are super basic to do. Like, editing the video probably would take me like an hour at most. And most of that is just getting the transitions between the stories, which some people don't even do. And like, it was mostly just narration, and it would take me about like 6 hours of narrating about 44 minutes to an hour's worth of stories. And like, honestly, if I really wanted to and didn't like feel bad about spam uploads, I could probably do like a 44 to an hour long, why did I keep saying 44? An hour long video every other day, you know, one day to edit and narrate, one day to like upload and repeat. But I think I'd put a bullet in my head before I reached the end of like a couple of years. Like, that just, it's so monotonous, you know, and some of the stories just, like, even near the end of the creepypasta thing, I would narrate creepypastas, and they're just so like homogenous at some point where it's like, I've heard the story before, and I would just get to the end of a creepypasta, think to myself, that was fucking terrible, and then just delete it.
And in my opinion, there are some narrators that should be doing this. Like, they actually do have like the voice to be reading stories. But I'd say like 80 or 90% are doing it either because it's a hobby or it's just easy money, in my opinion.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not knocking them. You know, if they're finding success with it, I'm glad that they are. You know, like,
oh yeah,
good job. It just there is something just more fulfilling about, you know, being able to put a bit of me in something. And you know, I remember even back when I was doing creepypastas, it's like I wanted to put my own spin on it. I wanted it to be me, and like that's why I was reviewing them for a short period of time, like actually giving my opinions on how they can improve at the end of the video and all that stuff. And that was really fucking cool for its time. It took a little bit too long, and people wanted stories out faster, so I just kind of stopped and just narrated, and people were like, "Oh, I liked your voice." And every compliment like that is like just underhanded by my will to live.
Yeah, and just always remember that like the number one content on YouTube was Elsa and Spider-Man videos with that were just mass produced. Like, you can't always trust the
YouTube's
consumer.
still embarrassed about that. Do you think
Yeah,
like YouTube hangs out with Instagram, and Instagram's like, "Hey, remember Spider-Man and Elsa?" And then
YouTube's like, "Hey,
okay,
comedians,
okay,
YouTube
embarrassed."
Yeah, no, YouTube's probably like drunk all the time, naked in the front yard.
Okay, so YouTube is okay. So Logan Paul gets a
talk about Logan Paul.
Yeah,
they're supposed to donate for that to happen.
So like two words. Yeah, just 2 words. Logan Paul. And yeah, it's just YouTube is just owned by corporations now. It is really ridiculous. Like
that's where the money
can be done.
Yeah, like that's just that any business would do this. Especially if you're like the only one with like no competition, like YouTube removing like conspiracy videos, it's not gonna do a damn thing. Like nothing is gonna topple. Like we're not at YouTube Rewind. We're not at any of the conventions. The entire horror community could fuck off, and it wouldn't make a dent.
YouTube would be happy.
Yeah.
Unless they get sued.
No, they can't be sued.
I
don't even know how that
there
would...
are some stuff that they could be sued under, like for example the Safe Harbor Job Act, which like they have to provide for their contractors in California, which is where they're based. They have to provide a certain level of job security that they just aren't doing right now. But
wait, what?
I don't know too much about that.
If that's true,
hey, listen to him. He works in law.
I just remember that, like, you know, Mumkey, right? He got kicked off, and he was talking to lawyers, and they said there wasn't anything they could do because of YouTube. Like, just
you
being
have
a
to keep in
private
mind
platform.
that Mumkey Jones, I don't think, is a Californite, and this law specifically applies to people in California.
Oh,
Specifically contractors. So George, you're safe.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
California.
Yeah, anybody who would like be in the area.
Orange County.
Yeah, California is a bit of a mixed bag because on one hand it's like I remember my fiance, she got sick and she was scared that she was going to lose her job for taking too many for not showing up to work because she's sick, and I told her, it's like, honey, you can't lose your job in California for being sick. It is against the law. I'm one of my aunts. She has been bemoaning how she cannot fire this person who's been out, who hasn't showed up to work for 3 months because of medical problems.
Damn.
Ooh.
About to inject myself and move to California.
Nah, man, I want to move to California.
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't.
Pretty pricey over here, my dude. And we
like,
don't have water.
Yeah, trust
That's
me.
the way.
Yeah, my fiance and my fiance and I are moving to Dallas, Texas, because it's like the housing there is so cheap, it's insane. It's like the housing's cheap. There's like the area around there is just economically sound. It's it's like there's good barbecue. I love me some good barbecue. It's like, what is it about steakhouses that make amazing mac and cheese? I don't know. Wow, we really got off topic.
Okay,
but Bernie, your favorite video from your channel?
Just probably Freaky Flickers because of the amount of like writing and editing I put into it. Like,
yes,
it was like a year's worth of writing and like 10 different drafts, and we we interviewed like almost not everyone related, but as many people as we could find, like related to the situation.
See, like, that's like the level I want to go to. Like that's insane, dude.
Yeah, I'm a try hard. It's sad. And that or the first A Day with SpongeBob video, because
I hate that one. I sound so uninterested.
I don't blame you, because that during that time, like, my channel was just nothing. Like, so it was just, you know, looking at it from your perspective, I wouldn't be that interested either.
I remember I had no idea who you were, Bedhead. I had no idea who you were at the time, and your video got recommended to me, so I clicked on it and I was watching it, right? And then out of nowhere, I just hear George. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I thought he was like in the call or something. Like I actually called him, and I was like, oh no, that's the video. I was like, oh, George is in here. Cool. Good.
Your experiences with me are always like, you think like something just goes wrong, and you like just think about the stream earlier.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that a lot.
All right, Creepy, your turn now. Your favorite video from your channel?
I would have to like either be the scams video or the shockingly disturbing video games, but better. Not the first one, but the new one. The scams video, it's not my cleanest video, and I'm gonna exclude the last one because, you know, if I were to have that, you know, it's whatever. Oh, someone donated $5. Pokemon's Mass Tour says, "Oh hi y'all, enjoy my money." Creepy.
Nice.
And
thank you.
I will. It's every $5 buys me 10 nuggies. Which is no, it buys me 20 nuggies. What are you talking about? I gotta be able to get a lot of McDonald's fuel. But
oh yeah, they got the 2 for $5.
Love this country.
Thank God bless America, am I right? But the scams video, I liked. It's not the cleanest video I've done, and you know, like that one, like it was kind of complicated, and I was doing a lot of really experimental shit that, you know, it could have came out better, but for what it is, I'm glad it did come out the way it did, and I'm glad I got the information out to as many people as I could. like I started this going like, haha, I'm gonna totally meme on like Alex Jones, and we're gonna be laughing at conspiracy theories. But then I started reading about old people with dementia killing themselves, fucking Foo Fighters being AIDS denialists, and my
That
eyes
was the
just
craziest thing to me. Like the Foo Fighters?
like the fucking Foo Fighters, like why would they deny AIDS? And I had this heated. I'm still not talking to my aunt right now over this.
Why do they deny AIDS?
I don't think they do it anymore, but during the height of their popularity, they promoted this idea of AIDS denialism, that HIV
Years and years ago, during the height of their popularity.
Yeah. Oh, someone says Jim Bob 5478 says, "Shut up, take my money." All right.
Oh,
all right, got it. But you know, like they're AIDS denialism. Is that the hill we're gonna die on, guys? Like telling people with HIV that sex is like okay to have. And then there's that one girl who started that organization, Alive and Wellness, Christine, something like that. She didn't believe in AIDS at all, even though like she had it, but she didn't believe that it was a thing that like could be spread, and that it was all lies, and that medicine wouldn't help you and all that stuff. And oddly enough, like she died of AIDS-related illnesses. So did her daughter. Like people died over this. Like her daughter was of a preventable thing. She wasn't born with HIV, but the mother like breastfed her, you know, which spread the disease, and she died at like the age of like 6-7 months. Like fuck.
Jesus.
Like, and you read stories like that, and it's like, you know,
you really can't meme stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't meme it, but also like no one's talking about shit like that, you know? Like people, like I could sit there and say, "Oh man, you know, AIDS denialism, oh how wacky is such a fucking stupid thing to like," but then you think about like there is a whole African country that like listened to this and refused to fund AIDS medications, so that it was just inaccessible in those countries, and like 300,000 people died of preventable diseases related to AIDS, like. Oof. Like because jackasses like the Foo Fighters thinks that it's so cool to be edgy and it, like fuck off, man. Like
what will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
Don't bring that shit up.
Yeah.
Also, there's the Jilly Juice shit.
Oh yeah, the Jilly Juice. My one of the
Jilly Juice.
Yeah, one of the writers.
Juice. Drink.
You don't need any more controversy, Bedhead.
Hey, I didn't.
You're already savage enough.
So wait, are we just talking about people that we've had to fire right now?
No.
Wait, what?
So I'll wait. Josh probably has a story for a little bit later, but so Jilly Juice, right? My writer, like I was about ready to like get started narrating, and then my writer's like, "Hey, have you heard of Jilly Juice?" I'm like, "What?" And then he like links me to Dr. Phil video, and I'm like, "Oh no fucking way." No fucking wow.
It's pretty much a juice that is claimed to cure homosexuality, AIDS, repair limbs, make you live until you're 400.
Like a senzu bean?
If you Jilly, literally,
it's like a sensu bean on a sensu bean.
Buy Pirelli's Miracle Elixir. It'll do the trick, sir. Yes, it will.
I'm just like imagining like Goku, instead of like getting a sensu bean, like getting like a thing of Jilly Juice. I go like, but like on her website, like she even was saying things like, "Oh, if you have like transplanted organs, get rid of them because it won't be able to like it will like fuck you up and you'll have like 2 hearts.
You'll get kidney stones."
No, like you'll get like a second heart growing in your heart and like it will like kill you. Like so you have to remove your fucking organs, like if you have transplants. And like this person's a goddamn lunatic. But I mean, damn, I'm so proud of that. Cause,
doesn't she eat her own shit?
Oh, I don't think she eats her own shit, but she has done live streams where she's picked through her own shit and like showed you the undigested food that she claims are parasites.
Basically, almost bad.
Thank you, Valtor Alucard for $10.
Thank you.
You associate their name with this story.
Hold on, mom. I'll show you.
So, I mean, being able to like go on my channel and like talk about it, like I remember I got into an argument with my aunt because my aunt's like, "Oh man, Foo Fighters, I don't believe that. That seems pretty unlikely." So I show her this interview, right, where they're like, "Yeah, man, fuck the age establishment," like the one I showed in the video. They're like, well, they edited that. How does "fuck the age establishment" fit in any other fucking context? Like, was it a meme?
People really, we're reaching an age where that is possible, but people are really like quick to deny things just because of some like blind idea of what splicing is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Insert political situation here.
But, man, that one's really fun. But the shockingly disturbing shockingly disturbing video games. George actually recommended I have the title be like that, and I mean it worked out. I mean, it has over 1 million views. Video, by the way, first video of over 1 million views. Like, holy fucking shit, that's
about fucking time.
Yeah,
I'm so happy to have that.
Yeah,
So better watch the next one.
Weirdly enough, the video I have that's over 1 million views is my top 10 Sonic songs. Of all the videos,
You gotta go fucking fast, am I right, Josh?
I wouldn't have expected that specific of a list to hit.
Yeah, well, the thing is that what I usually do for music countdowns is I don't just like play a little seconds and then talk over. What I usually like to do is I do like little mini AMVs during all my music countdowns. And yeah, when Kingdom Hearts month comes up in March, what I got to do is I got to do a top 5 Kingdom Hearts songs, or was it a top 10, or was it top 10? I forget. But it's either one of them. It's just going to be a whole bunch of AMVs.
It's great.
But I got to be very careful about the Utada Ikaru stuff because that'll get copyright claimed faster than Mexico got banned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, doesn't that get you in hot water with copyright?
Didn't we meme a music list at some point about One Direction on your channel, George?
On my channel?
Yeah, it was the worst. Oh, it was the times One Direction plagiarized people or something.
Oh, that was my 3rd video. Holy hell! I haven't thought. Wow.
Oh, I thought top 10 One Direction songs.
No. It was One Direction ripoffs. There's a few suspicious similarities between their songs and other shit.
That's how I discovered that song, "Let Her Go."
Yeah, but there's a little bit of confusion there because nobody knows who wrote it first, but it's still pretty sus, my dude. Pretty sus.
It is, and it's just, man, I don't know. That was one of the videos that. By the way, you know how I met Blameitonjorge? I'm just gonna share this right now. It was weird. It's really stupid, right? I have this thing where whenever I find YouTubers I kind of try my best to contact them to be like, hey, I like your shit, just because I can. And well, I saw George do a vlog or something.
Yeah, I switched high schools 3 times, so I didn't have any friends, so I just made YouTube videos.
And
yeah,
he did a vlog. He only 10K subs, something like that.
No, I had less than you. I had I can't even remember. It was
I think at the time I had 40,000. So I think
you might be right then.
Yeah, and I saw it and I reached out to you and I was like, hey, holy shit, dude. And I got you in a call with me and Tats, and I was like, dude, I like
that.
Blew
my mind because Tats was my idol back in the day. I was like, holy shit, here she is.
And I was just like, I love your videos, man. And now here we am, years later, just whoa,
remember how we met, Creepy?
Oh yeah, because that dude was a pedophile. That was great.
What?
Go on.
What are you talking about?
Wow, no context.
Yeah, just straight to pedophiles. Okay.
Okay.
Who is a pedophile?
I'll tell the story. Basically, in the Brony community, there was this reviewer who was outed as a pedophile. His name is Toon Critic Y2K.
Oh shit! I've heard this name before.
Yeah, he was outed as a pedophile, and so we were all just kind of we basically, what we had to do, we had to be very careful about this. Is when I first found out about it, it's okay, we need to make sure everybody but him knows that we know about it. like all of his close friends, so he has nowhere to run to, so he can't like tell anybody. So he can't manipulate the truth to his friends. And we do that, and then we're just like, okay, we need to, you know, we need to keep this on the down low until everyone's had a chance to recover and we can actually make a statement. Turns out someone leaked it to a drama channel and the entire thing blew up. We got blamed for enabling him for some reason. And yeah, creepy.
The victim in question got doxxed because of that. Let's not forget that one. Like, honestly, like, I understand like the drama between you guys, like like that sucks and all, but like the worst thing is that the victim got doxxed. Like that's it's like she didn't want to have her. She brought it to us because she trusted us to keep that information safe. And we blew it.
Did y'all ever figure out who leaked it?
Yes, we did.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Or can you not say?
We can say it's just
I mean, you don't have to.
To be honest, it is still kind of a sore subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
The person who leaked it, like they were trying to do something good. They're like, hey, we need to tell as many people as, but they fucked up. They dropped the ball. They trusted the wrong people. And
yeah, it's like never let the court of public opinion do something. Never.
Yeah. But
never trust the court of public opinion.
But that said, you know, I mean, in the end, I feel like he was pretty like chased out thoroughly. What happened to me is that I saw a bunch of drama happening around this guy, and then I like looked up Toon Critic, and I was like, oh fuck me, I interviewed that guy when I was doing a Brony podcast. Oh fuck me. Oh, yeah, like this is like before that creepy reading was even a thing. This is like right before then. But I used to be on a My Little Pony. I used to be a My Little Pony like podcaster, and I was on an internet radio station called Ponyville Live, and I had him on there one time, and I saw that, and I like my heart sank. I was like, oh fuck, and I saw all this drama around Josh Scorcher, and I'm like, fuck it, you know, let me reach out to him. Let me see if we can make sure this is done right. So I like messaged him on Twitter. And the next thing you know, like, I'm helping him, like, file the right claims because, like, just so you know, trying to out a pedophile, like, actually, like, file the proper paperwork.
It's impossible! It is impossible!
It is a lot more difficult than you think it would be. You can't just call a police station because the police don't fucking deal with it.
Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
It's like, police don't care, FBI doesn't care, it's like, no one cares.
They don't care unless you can, like, prove that they actually, like, did something.
Oh no, we had proof. It's just
like I understand, like
the order of operations here is like difficult because like you have to like contact Interpol, and then like they review the case, and then like once they like think that it's okay, you have to like get like a case number and have that brought over to the FBI headquarters, like located nearest to them, like because like the victim didn't live in the United States and it wasn't done something like in person. You know, it was like online and like grooming, like all this nasty stuff.
And the girl was from the Philippines, so
yeah,
that made things twice as difficult.
So you had to contact Interpol. Interpol had to recommend the case to the FBI. Once that's done, you have to get the FBI to give a shit about it.
Yeah, once you make it
America,
once it becomes like that, like kind of what the fuck is the word? Like just two, like there's more than one country involved since like the Philippines, like yeah, it seems like it'd be fucking hell. Like it's hard enough to get them to act on like
Creepy and I had been spending like an entire month just making calls. Creepy more so than I. Yeah, shout out to Creepy Reading. He is a total bro and you should trust him with your life.
Don't give me your address, please. I'm not kidding. Someone emailed me their address and full legal name. Don't know why.
Hey, Creepy, if anything happens to me, you know what to do.
I'll call the FBI. Don't worry.
We'll make a video about it too.
Yeah, dude. But you know, I mean, like that whole situation was just crazy. Like the drama of like Lily Pete was infuriating.
1 year anniversary.
I thought that.
It happened a year ago. 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary this month.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Last year was hell. Last year was hell.
I found a reason to put Lily Pete on the worst YouTubers list, by the way. That isn't personal, so that made me happy. She plagiarizes. All of her shit is plagiarized.
Oh no, she's honest about it, so that makes it okay.
The stuff about I don't know Lily Pete personally at all, but I've read weird stuff like rumors that are, I don't know how true they are.
There's a lot of weird shit that I don't need to go into right here, but I will say that she is I can confirm she's a plagiarist. She's stolen entire videos from not Listverse, but TV tropes.
That's not surprising.
Like entire videos just comprised of quotes from TV tropes. They stole from my friend RoboBuddies.
I saw that shit
arguments
too.
Verbatim. They've stolen from HB Bomber Guy.
Zero punctuation.
Wait, was the RoboBuddy shit stolen from the Steven Universe video?
Yes.
They had the nerve she had the nerve afterwards to then like critique Robo's video after like apparently if she's like lifting arguments from it.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing a thread about it.
Yeah, Lily Pete made a video called like "Why Steven Universe is Garbage" or whatever, and like took entire quotes from RoboBuddy's video verbatim and just repeated.
Retroactively critiqued Robo's video.
Yeah,
like after the fact.
Yeah, it's got over 1 million views. Yeah, it's got over 1 million views, so you can't deny that she's able to get people talking about her. Am I right?
Wait, she critiqued the video that she read off from?
Yeah, she critiqued a video that she stole from.
Afterwards, she called it like incomplete or some shit.
That's odd.
Not to mention the video itself has so many errors in it. Like this person's channel seems to derive from the fact that it gets drama around it because she says like really controversial shit, and then people start talking about how it's stupid and controversial. It's almost like the Onision effect, really.
Oh yeah.
So she says something stupid and controversial, and then like 5 other people make videos on her that get over hundreds of thousands of views, and then people go to her video. And
yeah, it's like the Logan Paul effect.
That's existed for a while. Like there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, but I will say that I am against plagiarizing. I like this person makes enough money and views to pay a writer, right? I've paid writers to work on my channel. Josh, I know I've met the writers that work for Josh's channel. Like it's a process that's long and it's hard and it makes it personal. But what the fuck is the point of regurgitating someone else's opinion? Like it's insulting.
It's almost like that. I feel like exposing that like almost exemplifies how much of a hack like of an analysis you are, because if you're looking at other people's critiques, you're almost going to inherently subject yourself to selective.
Yeah,
it's like you're gonna find sources that agree with you. It's
yeah. To be fair, it's like I think we've all kind of done that at one point or another.
No,
it's
yeah,
like, I remember. It's like I remember how much I've shamelessly ripped off the Nostalgia Critic in my early YouTube days.
But I guess the problem is just like the nerve to then like I don't know how valid. I will say that, but if true, the nerve to then go like retroactively critique claims that you lifted from.
And if it's from your early days, I don't know if she's still doing that. I don't know
she did.
The Steven Universe video is really recently.
Like
how recent?
Like a month, maybe.
Oh, not the Steven Universe. The Steven Universe is really recent.
Oh. I was gonna say if you did that like in your early days, then I guess it's not as bad as doing it like a month ago.
3 weeks ago.
No. Shit.
I think it's something like.
Wait, good lord! This was.
Give me 1 second here. 4 months ago. My bad.
1.7
million.
It's the thing is like if you make a mistake like that, if you like, you're not really learning from it unless you like actively disavow and don't do it in the future.
But she's done this multiple times. Like she's stolen stuff from like a lot of her video. Like I can't find. I haven't been able to find like a single video that does have something stolen verbatim from other sources.
And I will admit, like, yeah,
it's like a Matthew Santoro. It's like Matthew Santoro, but like worse.
Like as Josh said, we do a lot of like, I'm sure like we've all done this at one point, but
yeah, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
But
like in the beginning, like I was directly just like inspired by Tats. Like I thought oh, that's like the right way to do lists. So I just made my videos like his at the time.
Yeah,
And,
my top 10 lists are very much ripped off. When I first did top 10s, I very much ripped off Screw Attack.
My entire channel existed as just a rip-off channel at one point, but now, like,
You usually start out as a rip-off channel, but once you actually grow into something, you gain your own identity.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know your style yet, so you look at what you like, and you're like, okay, just how you're supposed to do things. Like even my documentaries now, I heavily look up to like Lamino.
Some people just don't grow out of it.
But I will say, I don't know like the exact nature of these examples, so I don't know, like, maybe just benefit of the doubt, even if it's not plagiarism, like.
No, word for word verbatim stolen entire videos, like
yeah, that's different.
It's not, it goes, and the thing is too, it's like this person isn't like a small YouTuber. They're huge. Like they have a lot of money on Patreon. They're making the money to pay someone to write for them if they don't want to do it themselves.
Actually, I do know something else about them that, like, this isn't a personal thing at all, but and this isn't actually related to any like rumors or shit. But one thing that I know they do is that they were like openly like stealing art and shit, and they're talking about, well, you guys aren't like, you guys don't. If you guys care that much, you just copyright strike me. But then they're like, oh, wait, then you have to bring it to court, and you can't afford that. Basically, like, mocking it.
Oh,
like,
that actually happened with Lily.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Basically,
she stole artwork and then bragged about it because no one was going to take her to court over it.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what happened is an artist. So Lily used this artist's work in her video, and then the artist politely asked, "Hey, could you credit me?" And then Lily said, "No, screw off." And she said, "If you want it so badly, why don't you just take it? Why don't you just copyright strike the video?" And then she just kept needling this artist, needling her until she said, "Okay, fine, I'll copyright strike the video." And then he's like, "Oh no, censorship! What a diva artist! Oh
yeah, she was like being really like smug about it too. After the fact, because they couldn't elevate it to the actual court system, but like,
yeah,
you know,
and you know what happened? I took that artist is now my official artist.
Yeah, there's something to be said about taking advantage of people who can't afford to go to like the legal grounds of defending their own rights. That sounds a bit exploitative and unethical, but whatever.
Yeah,
Someone just donated. Wilson says, "Forget the McDonald's, get a sub sandwich for $5. I'm looking out for your help."
They don't do subs for $5 anymore.
Sub for sub.
Yeah, it's just when Anime Christie did that's her name, Anime Christie. It's like when I just saw that whole thing, I'm just like, it's like she does good art and she's nice. I'm just looking at all this. I'm like, that's not fair. You know what? I've already gonna lose my other artist. It's like, you know what? It's like once I fire this other artist, I'm gonna bring you on. And, let me tell you about that. Oh, I'm sorry. This is becoming the Josh whines about Lily hour.
No. I mean, if anyone has a right to complain about Lily, it's Josh. This is a individual who took a situation. The reason why I wasn't gonna cover her like initially was because all my issues about her were personal. Like she took a situation about this dude being a pedophile and like tried to make it about how Scorcher is a horrible human being.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that.
Which is true, but it's not because of that. And you know,
wait,
like that's kind of fucked up.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. But like, I kind of have a little bit of respect for like the art of like actually paying people and like, you know, trying to create your
actually like, paying people.
Yeah, like you know, like even like with the having Matt work with me on this new video. Like, imagine if I just stole most of it from like Wikipedia and TV charts. Like, this video would suck. Like, because it would be what everyone else is already saying.
I guess like my main issue is like I'm pretty like from what I know of her, she's like one of the more progressive creators. But there's nothing progressive about taking advantage of people who aren't financially able to defend their rights, like, and then mocking them for it. Like, It sounds kind of hypocritical to your own values.
Hey, George, I think we found a new business model.
Yo.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, I said yo. I said
Okay.
yo.
So yeah, here's also what happens. Like the other artist that I had to fire was basically over the years he became progressively more and more unhinged and violent.
What?
And he
He's a really aggressive dude.
Yeah, he just became more and more aggressive, violent, and he never liked being told no. He never liked being told he never took being told he was wrong very well. So eventually, after a snippy comment made out one of the other editors, it's like, okay, dude, you're fired. I can't take that disrespect. And the only reason I didn't fire you earlier was because of our past friendship. And then he just got progressively worse and worse. And then the whole Toongate happened, and
yeah, that's when he went to the dark side.
Yeah, that's when he went to the dark side. And then he said, "You are no longer allowed to use any of the assets that I made for you." I'm like, what? But I paid for those. No, you paid for my time. You didn't pay for a product. So I still own them. You can't use them.
I actually have a situation that's kind of similar. George, you may remember this. I don't know if we were talking back then, but I had this, the very first set of expressions I used for my channel was done by a different artist. I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want her getting any attention, but basically she, I forgot to credit her in one video, and she decided to strike every video I made in the period of 1 year.
I think I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, YouTube took them all down too. I was like in a call with my network manager too, and he's like, "Man, you haven't uploaded in ever." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I uploaded last week." So I go to my channel, and I have 2 copyright strikes and like 100 videos removed. And YouTube's like, "We're about to put a 3rd one on there. Better dispute it, or we're taking you down." Oh, dude, I was livid. And
how did you
they were demanding
that?
they demanded that I pay them $892 for the artwork, even though I already paid for it. And I yelled back. I'm like, "No, that's not fucking fair. I will, you know, like I said, my parents work for a law firm, so I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll fucking sue you if I have to. Like this is egregious, you know. Like there's no way you can defend striking videos, some of which didn't contain your artwork." And she released the claims. It was this big drama. I had to tell people not to go. I was like, "Hey, I promoted this person. I'm not going to take down these videos, but I am going to say this. Don't buy from her because she might take your channel down."
Yeah, and that's what I said with my art. Yeah, I know how that feels. I said with my art, it's like, don't commission art from this guy, because if you disagree with him politically, he will copyright strike you.
I have a question about like his aggressiveness. Was it like he aggressive, like he would just like make violent threats, or would he like yell?
Yes.
Oh, both?
Like I said, it wasn't a very cool dude, but yeah, no, I honestly was hoping to like not have to talk about Lily in the worst YouTuber video, because like I said, like this individual's kind of fucking scary, you know, like they'll come after you for like some of the smallest of shit. And you know, they have like this fan base of like people who think she's being progressive, but she's really not. Like it's absolutely just this individual using progressive ideology as a way to be a dick to people. And
yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's I believe one of my friends described her as an SJW cry bully.
And it's absolutely,
I feel bad because I'm probably like the most cucked here. And yeah, there are just people like that you know, I can't defend at all.
You know, but I mean, fuck, she's going on the list, so I guess you got one of the numbers spoiled.
Number 1, Bedhead Bernie. Terrible.
Did you see what number 1, Bedhead Bernie? Did you see what he said?
He doesn't narrate his own videos.
That's a good question. It's like, are we ever gonna do this again?
Oh, dude, definitely. I was thinking about like doing a podcast after every video upload. like a week,
Yeah,
a week after.
I would totally love to be on that, as long as you like as long as in the artwork you pull the zipper down a little bit to expose my green undershirt, because that's part of my identity, and you did it wrong. And thank you so much to the artist for doing this. I really love the way you made my character look adorable. I'm not knocking you. I'm just taking the piss.
I just told him, Josh Scorcher, man, he offered to do this for free. Like, he just came to me. He's like, I want to do art for you. I'm like, I'm doing a podcast in a couple of days. You want to do artwork? Sure. Like, and then he did this, and I was like, holy shit, it looks really good. And you know,
yeah, it does look real good. Who was the artist for this?
I cannot pronounce that name. Ognoggy. Ognoggy.
What?
Ognoggy. All of his links are in the description. His email is Instagram and amino apps thing.
The amino.
That sounds like a twist on eggnog.
I love, but yeah, no, his artwork was absolutely. I like the way he did George. To be honest, it's.
Yeah, my hair's not even that long anymore, but I'll
it
take
was
it.
it was when I went to VidCon that one time.
Yeah, I like my art, and Bernie is just being Bernie.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Manlet.
Yeah.
Look at that manlet back there. But yeah, no, the art was absolutely amazing. But yeah, I mean, I'm planning on doing this for all the podcasts I do in the future. Like you know, just one after every video. Talk about the video, talk about shit, talk about cartoons. Which is what this video was supposed to be about. But I mean,
yeah, that was like 30% of this video.
It was a good 30% though. It was a quality 30%. And man, that was great. So with the but yeah, with like all these videos I've been doing, you know, like I'm excited to do the next one. I think I'm doing is the disturbing indie games, which is like great. You know, I get to talk about indie games, but really it's an excuse for me to talk about Night in the Woods. I'm currently working on this sick piano theme for this intro. I got 2 Night in the Woods tattoos.
Yeah, I actually streamed that yesterday, the first 2 hours of it, and yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't think it's my kind of game.
It picks up later, but no, I understand.
Yeah, I'm fine with adventure games, but it seems to be very, you know, it's very deliberately slow.
It is. At first, it starts off slow. You get back into, like, you know, like the town and all that stuff, and then crazy cults.
You're talking about Night in the Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit. I played that, I think, in one sitting.
I did too.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm more of a Dead Space guy. That's my favorite horror game. Dead Space.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dead Space 1 specifically.
Yu-Gi-Oh is Blameitonjorge's favorite horror game on the Game Boy.
Yeah, 2006.
So you can beat that game in about 6-7 hours. I have 154 hours on it.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
Oh.
I really don't like it's just one of the parts that just really ticked me off about that game. It's like it's like, hey, I gotta peer pressure you to pickpocket somebody. It's like, okay, that's it. You're officially on my crap list.
Yeah, no. The point is that the main character is super flawed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be flawed, but it's just like, no, I don't want to do that. Don't make me pickpocket. I don't want to pickpocket.
You're supposed to be like that.
I don't wanna
get better.
I have friends in retail, and I feel so bad. I don't want to do it.
It's funny too, because like after they do that, they like go back and we're like, we're sorry, we stole this.
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about. The mall scene.
Nah, dude, B is such a good character, man. I got a B tattoo on my arm that just says proximity, and I'm going to be explaining the reason why I tattooed a smoking alligator on my fucking arm.
Oh, dude, you like hero gloves?
I also like totally didn't tell my grandmother I got that tattoo. So like on Thanksgiving, I just kind of came like, hey, smoking alligator, I'm tattooed now. What's up, Grandma? It was great.
What was her reaction?
She was like, "What did you do? What happened? Why? What does this mean?"
oh my gosh!
Which
Okay,
facilitated me explaining video games to my grandma.
okay, do you mind if I tell you a really funny story that happened to my older brother?
Sure.
Regarding okay, so my brother was like shopping for food. We were going to make burgers, and in the checkout line, he was chatting it up with this woman, and he mentioned that he's an artist, and one of his most recent commissions was that he designed a tattoo for someone. And then the lady, she looked at his cross necklace. He's like, "Wait, you're a Christian?" "Yeah." "And you design tattoos?" "Well, yeah, if people ask me." "But you can't do that. It's in the Bible that you're not allowed to do that." And he just folds his arms and says, "Show me the verse." And then she points at, then she flips open to the verse. It's like, "Oh, interesting."
Oh shit, she did.
And one verse back, it says, "Thou shalt not wear earrings." And then he looks at, "Those are very nice earrings you have on, Missy." And then she's like, "Oh, okay, I just won't wear earrings." And he just heads up, like, "Ma'am, you're missing the point."
Yeah, the Bible also says like not to mix cotton and linen.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like, I think there's some stuff that can be safely ignored as you know.
It's context. It's really just, it's like there's a context to those batch of verses that just really go ignored. It's like you can't take like just tiny little verses like asking ye shall receive. It's like, no, there's whole different context. Or like you just can't flip to random verses. Like one person actually did this. Well, they didn't actually follow through on it, but here's the punchline. It's like one verse says, "Judas went and hanged himself." Another verse said, "Go and do likewise."
YouTube doesn't want you to encourage suicide. They're trying to
The
prevent
Bible is telling you to kill yourself, guys. Don't do it. There's a number you can call. Bedhead Bernie, I believe in you, man. You can beat this.
I'm gonna kill myself watching the Rusty Cage new song.
I run into like so many Christians who've never actually read the Bible, and it's frustrating.
One thing that
who sits down and reads the Bible?
No, that's fair. It's like you don't really read it so much as you have to study it.
Guys, there's a channel on YouTube. All he does is scream shit.
XXXTentacion.
No. Like just yell. Like he screamed like the entire B movie.
God.
Just name anything. He screamed it. He screamed. I can't even think right now. But
A racial
the
epithet.
Shrek thing.
That's the entire Shrek movie. He screamed that too.
Is his name Hunter 1S?
Hunter something. I can't remember. But he recently passed 1 million subscribers, and for achieving that, he's going to scream the entire Bible.
Oh my god.
Like the New Testament.
That's gonna be hell.
We're gonna watch that shit.
We are.
Wait, watching what?
This guy called Hunter 1S 1K beat 1 million views on YouTube by doing nothing but
1 million subscribers.
He screamed the entire B movie script, the entire Shrek movie script. He screamed the entire song "Let It Grow." Like all these things he screamed, and he's just
Despacito.
He screamed Despacito. Like all he does is scream scripts and like songs and stuff. And he beat 1 million subscribers by doing this.
I feel like there was a Brony version of that a while ago. His name was like Yap Laps. Yeah.
He also did that. He was a fucking meme too. But this guy, he did that, but not for My Little Pony. And I mean, shit, dude broke 1 million subscribers, and like he's gonna scream the Bible now.
He promised his fans. He promised his fans that if I pass 1 million subscribers, he's gonna scream the New Testament.
So loved the world that he even gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in it should not perish but have eternal life.
It's pretty much that for like minutes.
What am I doing in my life?
Awkward! 3 days college! I'm glad I took a day and hitchhiked around the hive!
That's his entire channel. And this guy, I mean, like, fuck, dude. You know, I mean, shit. This guy knows his brand. He know.
He is what YouTube should be.
Just screaming.
Oh, game about Bible. Oh, Bible man. Oh gosh. Okay, so
we've been talking about
God.
Christianity. How do you guys feel about the Bible, the fucking crazy Christian shows for kids?
Okay, Bible man is a guilty pleasure of mine. It is really. It's like I remember that scene that I showed you, creepy with.
I put that into video.
Yeah, living La Furiosa.
I want Marvel.
Another
buy
gratuitous
the rights to
musical
Bioman.
number.
I want Marvel to buy the rights to Bioman so we have him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes,
Bible Man in the cinematic universe. Like, swear to God, dude, let's get a Bible Man, Ant-Man.
I want to see
Spider-Man,
Bible Man
buddy
and
cop
Doctor
movie.
Strange. I want to see Bible Man and Doctor Strange together and just see what the fuck happens.
Jesus.
Bible Man.
Like, you must be God.
I was talking to Mr. Creepypasta at the time of this, and I mentioned that I was doing this video, and I mentioned Bible Man, and he's like, "Oh shit, I remember Bible Man." I'm like, "Dude, for a fucking meme, would you want to narrate the entry?" So that's what I did. I had him narrate.
Yeah, it's funny that he was there for like that one segment, and he like tied you up and shit.
Yeah. I had my artist. I like commissioned my artist to do like special art of me like tied up in the background.
Like
had
an
Mr.
event, he, like,
Creepypasta
hacked the
dressed
video.
up in a Bible Man outfit. That was like the
There was
funniest
more
meme.
shit. There was more shit that I wanted Marvel to buy. Like I want Marvel to get like the rights to like Danny Phantom, fucking Pepsi Man. Just buy random rights and throw them
Pepsi
in there.
Man.
Yeah, Pepsi Man.
Oh, okay. I'm making a countdown eventually called Top 10 So Bad They're Good Games. Pepsi Man is on that list.
Oh god, there has to be more. I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
We need to do like so bad that they're good mascots. Pepsi Man,
Anything.
Segata, that weird hummy.
You know what?
honeycomb
I'll
dude.
say, I'll say this. I'll say this. I like the Cat in the Hat.
I like the Cat in the Hat.
It's
But I don't-
not a good film,
Oh, I don't
but
like
I
the
enjoy
movie.
it.
The movie makes
Okay.
me feel terrible.
Okay, so yeah, like here are some of the games that I have on the So Bad They're Good Games list. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay.
That is so bad it's good. Let's see. Phoenix Games. You remember like
Oh god. Oh no.
You know
No.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I was gonna make a list about Phoenix Games. It's been a while. I have not even thought about that. Holy
Okay,
shit.
why don't you? Yeah, why don't you describe what Phoenix Games? I feel like I've commanded
No.
most of the attention.
It's been a while since I know I looked into them. I think there's one about that like rips off like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while. You go ahead.
They're
You mean
like these
Snow White
really
and like the
really-
7 boys or something?
Some dumb shit. It's like they're like the asylum of video games.
Oh no! Okay, have you ever played like a humongous entertainment game like Putt Putt
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but made by a crack whore.
Thanos versus Bible Man. Can he snap Jesus away?
It's not working. That's
Can he
because I am
snap
no
Jesus
average
away?
man.
Actually, God is an interdimensional being, and it clearly states that in the comic books, the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't work in universes outside its own.
I knew that before Death Battle.
Canonical defeat.
Bible Man Civil War.
That's what they call the 30-year war.
All the all the good Christian superheroes versus all the evil atheist ones, and that one Jewish one.
No, if it's Civil
Captain
War, it's
America?
like if it's Civil War, it's like infighting between the different sects.
Oh.
Baptist versus Catholic. Oh my
I
god.
think Captain America's like the only good Christian. I don't know about Spidey.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't know about.
Spider-Man- we totally could like make Spider-Man like an edgy atheist, you know? Like
What
I
else
don't
should
know,
Marvel
man.
buy?
What else should Marvel buy?
Trying to think of like random obscure properties.
Okay, so Evil Con Carne from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Mhm.
Could we have them buy that guy as like the next Infinity, it's the next Avengers villain?
and just throw them in for like a quick segment. Hey guys, we bought Evil Camp Gardner. Just letting you know.
Like you know, with the little bear with the brain thing.
They should buy Paddington.
Paddington?
They
They should
I think
buy-
they
they-
own that.
What?
They should have him in the movie.
They should have the Power Rangers.
Yes. Why
Maybe
isn't
like
there
that
Power
fan
Rangers?
trailer from years ago.
Why isn't there a Power Rangers cinematic universe? If anything, they should be on.
They've done it. They've done it. They've had crossovers between a lot of different Super Sentai shows.
No,
but
I know they're all in the same universe, but I mean like movie. I guess they are going to do that now with the Power Rangers movie that came out like 2 years ago.
Don't get me started on that film.
They're probably heading that way.
I did not like that film. The Power Rangers reboot.
Can we get them to
I haven't
buy
seen
the
it.
rights to Death Note?
Can
Can we get like you Light Yagami, like the Thanos snap Thanos, but with a pen?
Who would win,
Would
the
that
Death
work?
Note or the Infinity Stone?
Oh, dude.
Can Ryuk be snapped away?
No,
Who?
he's an
I don't.
being.
Yeah,
All
he's
living beings.
well. Then again, if he was in the universe, he technically could be snapped away. But the only reason that Darkseid wasn't is that the source of him was in a different universe. So if he
Yeah.
brought himself fully into that universe, yes, he could be snapped away.
Interesting.
So like, what if there's like only like 2 Shinigami on the planet, and Thanos snapped them, but didn't know that they existed? Would one of them just go away?
It's completely random from what I understand. So
Schrodinger's.
They
Both
said
of
it
them might
kills
not
half
even be
of
snapped
every.
away.
It kills like half of everything, right?
But not like half of every group. So it's not like because there's 2 Shinigami, like one of them has to go. It's just half of all life.
Oh my god!
It's completely random. Like there could be planets out there that were spared completely.
Okay,
It's unlikely,
guys.
but it's possible.
Let's let's ask the chat here. What property should Marvel buy to put in the next Infinity War movie? Like, because I'm just, my mind is going right now. Like, I would love for them to have Naruto, because that would be stupid.
They
Like
should just put in a
go-
bunch of real people.
like Naruto's like Shadow Clone Jutsu, and then like Thanos snaps half of them away.
Well, apparently the Winter Soldier is the one who killed John F. Kennedy in the Marvel universe.
Really?
Yeah.
What the
I did not know
hell?
that. That's it. That.
Harvey
Oh,
Lee
that-
Oswald.
that-
Jimmy Neutron!
Jimmy Neutron, and you know what? They could buy that too, because the company that made them went out of business, so it's entirely owned by Nickelodeon right now.
Ha,
shit.
I'm Paul.
Oh, I remember that shit.
They should
Hold
put
on.
in like an ape from Planet of the Apes.
I loved Jimmy Neutron. That was a great cartoon.
It was.
Well,
It was really weird, but I go back to it now and I'm like, this is funny as fuck.
You know,
Yeah, it's like,
who
wow,
needs
that's
Jimmy?
a
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Instead of Jimmy, how about like Skeet?
Oh, from that one, from the fucking restaurant episode.
But dude, it's salt.
That's what I said. Sodium chloride.
Big thank yous from McSpankies.
Big McSpankies from McSpankies.
Oh my
You got
God.
destroyed in that one meme where like Skeet's like, "You're being pedantic."
Fucking Bernie, dude.
That's what I said. So chloride, yes, but it's known as salt. Salt is a abbreviated, it's like a simplified blah blah blah.
No, there's this
I
huge
think-
like expose where he's like, "You are just saying the scientific name to make yourself look smarter." In
Marvel
fact-
should get. Oh wait, sorry, go on.
No, what?
Marvel should buy what's her name? Jenny, the teenage robot. Just because I want to see that shit live action.
I think it
SJ9.
might look. I don't know how well that's
Wow.
looking.
If Brie Larson's acting is any indication in the trailer, then yeah, we might get that teenage robot.
She's apparently like an Academy Award-winning actress.
Well, the thing is like in the trailer, it just didn't seem like she was. So maybe they just selected
The
the
trailer
worst
didn't really
takes.
impress me either, but like nobody
Yeah.
really smiles in the trailers. Like some guy broke it down where in all like the Captain America trailers, like he smiled like once.
They should buy the rights
Yeah,
to Eric
well-
Andre.
Yeah, but then again, but then again, Captain America is compared to other Marvel characters, he's relatively more serious.
Can we get Eric Andre like as like a in-universe like alternative to like the Daily Planet or like the Daily Bugle? Where you get like can we get Eric Andre to interview J. Jonah Jameson?
Who killed
interview JJ?
Yeah. like I could see Eric Andre going like, so like, why do you have a Hitler stash? He's like, what are you talking about? Spider-Man, right?
All right. So according to the MCU wiki, Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963 by the brainwashed Winter Soldier as part of a conspiracy by Hydra and the Soviet Union.
What is Marvel trying to say about Lee Harvey Oswald? Were they trying to imply that he was subject to MK Ultra experiments and he was brainwashed, as they claim?
Probably. He just doesn't exist in this universe.
I don't think I exist either.
That's kind of whack that they do that. That's like fucking co-opting 9/11 to say like some fucking supervillain did it. It's stupid.
It is kind of weird. I think apparently like there's a photo of him with Peggy, so like he kind of does have to exist. But I don't know why the Winter Soldier had to be the one to kill him.
Like, yeah, like I don't. You kind of just like put it into words for me, Bernie. Like when you guys said like, oh, the Winter Soldier is the guy who did this, right? And I was thinking to myself like, man, that's kind of weird, But then, like, imagine if they were just like, oh yeah, and Dr. Doom was the guy who did 9/11, and like, man,
yeah, that would be a little fucked up.
The bombs in Hiroshima,
Oh, dude, the Winter Soldier, man, he sure got all those kids at Columbine High School. Like, it's like, come on.
Well, there goes our monetization.
Like, come on, guys, like, just leave it alone. You don't have to address that. With fucking the Winter Soldier killing JFK.
Like make up, I don't know, like some different thing or something. I don't know.
Just leave it alone.
When you're just like,
why did the Winter Soldier have to kill JFK? They could have just said he got killed by a random dude.
Not everything is done by crazy conspiracy. Like I know conspiracy theories are fun, but not everything is done by like crazy people. It's some of them are just done by regular crazy people who don't have superpowers.
Why did it have to be an in-universe character they created?
Are you gonna be committing a crime? Well, here's some superpowers. Like,
I wonder how like the family thinks of that. Like, oh yeah, we retconned. We
retconned your grandfather's death. It was done by our super cool character, the Winter Soldier. Don't worry though. The Winter Soldier got Thanos snapped. we got him back.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, we avenged him in the Avengers.
We have avenged JFK's legacy.
I just Kevin Feige's like, we did it.
Dude, you have lungs. Use them.
Oh god.
Should we get back to like talking about cartoons?
That's one comic that impacted somebody quite a bit.
I can get back to talking about cartoons. I'm probably gonna take this like apart later and like get all the related stuff into like one thing and like upload it in segments or stuff. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But there's something I did want to ask you on this podcast I completely forgot about. And I did something in the last video specifically to piss you off. In the intro, I'm talking about when I was talking about cartoons, I used a clip from the new Spider-Man from Disney.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about that show?
I haven't seen it in a while. They know what Spider-Man is. They don't know how to do it. Like, they really enforce the fact that he's a nerd.
Remember the first episode, dude? And he's like super hydrogen, man. Like,
super hydrogen. Brain freezes are explained because of this and that. And I'm like, oh, like Peter's smart, but he's not
socially inept.
Yeah.
Well, he's just like it feels like the writers are just like, okay, Peter's a nerd. Let's make him say all this nerdy shit. And it's like it's not that straightforward. It's pretty one-dimensional.
To be fair, the Disney Spider-Man did give us one of the best Deadpool jokes of all time. What was that? I think that was a booby trap. Ha! You said traps.
Yeah, no, that's Ultimate. We're talking about the new one.
Oh, there's a new one.
Yeah. Drake Bell, Peter Parker is like just kind of a dick and annoying, in my opinion. Ultimate did a lot of cool things, but whatever. There's a new one. I think it's just called Marvel Spider-Man.
Yep.
I saw the first couple episodes. It's awkward because once you get to that point where you've made like the 10th adaptation, they're doing a lot of things differently. Like he's not even in Midtown High School. They switch schools and Gwen's like a dick. I've seen like the first couple of episodes.
You know, that's the weird thing about Spider-Man. It's like no matter how many times you reboot him, everyone always loves him.
Yeah, well,
Spider-Man is designed to be the ultimate likable character. Like he's this kid who's down on his luck. You know, he's like this like high school
especially
student.
Nowadays with the Spider-Man hype. I mean, the movie, the video game, Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, the Spider-Man high is like real right now.
Like Spider-Man as a character archetype, it's just so fucking likable. You know, you understand him. He's been through hardship. He's like a person trying to be better, you know, and like he's this person who always makes the right decision when he needs to. Like, you know, like, do I go to school and study for this test, or do I stop this dude from killing a bus full of children? I mean, like, yeah, he stops the dude from the bus full of children, but he also gets in trouble with the fucking test. And then like that. Spider-Man is a show about the most likable dude getting kicked in the crotch as many times as humanly possible.
Yeah, people forget that Spider-Man came out in the 60s when like most superheroes were like Superman and like these like, you know, do good
chads
that have no these fucking chads that like save the day and all that shit. And
here we got this incel over here.
Spider-Man, a voice for the virgin.
But there's a great interview about Stan Lee where he talked about he just wanted to make a person who was not perfect. You know, he doesn't have luck with women. He has troubles with money. You know, he's just not and at the time most teenagers were sidekicks, so it was just such a like revolutionary idea, and I think it still like sticks with most people. We've all tried to do the right thing and it just doesn't work out, you know.
Yeah,
I remember watching Into the Spider-Verse, and when Stan Lee did his cameo and he's like, "I'll miss you too, Spider-Man," and I was like, "I'll miss you too, Stan Lee."
I know, man, that hurt, dude. That hurt.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh no.
What is wrong with you? I've seen it twice, man.
Wait, what film?
I haven't had the. I haven't had,
oh, I've seen that.
Okay, look, I haven't had the time. All right, it's like we had choices between to either watch Spider-Verse or Broly, and my brother and I picked Broly. We can only watch video movies like at certain times.
It's pretty good. Whenever you get the chance, I don't think it's like.
It's not the greatest movie
films in the world or anything, but
I really like
the greatest Spider movie. But it's a good fun watch.
It's good. It's definitely the most fun Spider-Man movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even more fun than Homecoming?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Homecoming's great. I love Homecoming, but this one's just bright, vivid. It's so fun.
But yeah, man, Stan Lee, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, I miss Stan Lee.
I
remember when he made the cameo in Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
Yes, yeah. That was brilliant. I actually really enjoyed that.
You have no idea, right?
Doing my subtle cameo. Dun 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 dun.
I was.
Wait, this is a DC property? Oh no! I gotta get out of here.
He's such a good sport too.
Okay, so no joke. This guy convinced me to go to BronyCon last year, and I went. And one of the things I wanted to do was see the Teen Titans Go movie because it was at the same fucking time. So we found a movie theater like on the day that I was leaving, and we went to go see the Teen Titans Go movie. And holy shit, Teen Titans Go movie. That was like, it's not something I'd want to watch again, but holy shit, that was funny. I'm glad I saw it. Like the ending thing is like, parents, kids, before you leave, ask your parents what sex is or something like that. Or it's like, ask your parents
where babies come from.
Yeah, he's like, ask your parents where babies come from. I'm like, what the fuck? Like the people who the greatest thing about not giving a single fuck about what you're writing about is that you don't give a single fuck what you say. Like you can say anything.
I think one of my favorite jokes in that, ironically, is the darkest one where they prevented all of the tragic superhero origins, and then they had to make them happen again.
Yeah, they went back in time on like time traveling tricycles.
Scooby, I don't know if you know about this, but you literally like just passed, not literally, but you just passed 200,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, holy shit.
Today, it was insane. Dude, that's actually kind of why I wanted to do it today, because I was getting really close there.
Congrats.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
You have no idea how cool it feels. Well, you do. You know. In fact, you're like the only one here who does know.
Rude.
You have no idea what's like to hit 200,000. I don't know, man.
Inhales deeply.
You have some nerve.
You got some fucking nerve saying that to me.
Yeah, but it was it was absolutely like that Teen Titans Go to the Movies was such. It was another fun movie. It wasn't any good, but like I said, they went on time traveling tricycles, which is like, what fucking movie could I say they went on time traveling tricycles to go?
While Take On Me was playing.
Yeah, well, Take On Me was playing, of all things. Take On Me. And then they, like, go back into the past. They prevent all the, like, superhero tragic origins. Like, they stop the planet from blowing up. And, like Superman's planet blowing up. They, like, save Bruce Wayne's parents and all that stuff. And then, like, they had to go back and fix it. So they, like, went back and, like, they went to Bruce Wayne's parents and they, like, shoved them into the fucking alleyway.
I haven't seen the movie in its entirety yet, but like I know like the premise.
It was insane. They like blew up Superman's planet. Like it's really fucked up. But I mean, clearly, like I said, when you don't give a shit and you're just trying to meme, I mean, sometimes they get.
I don't think it's less like. I don't think it's less not giving a shit, as in more just having like fun with it. Like, I don't think you can like completely not care, but like, you know, just having.
Can't say like racial slurs or some shit.
I mean,
but like nowadays, like fun superhero movies are all the rage. Remember back in like 2012, where it's all dark and gloomy, like Man of Steel, Fan Four Stick. Now it's like Guardians of the Galaxy,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't.
Squad of Suicide.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny you should mention racial slurs, because I've just been watching this one video on repeat called it was College Humor's Almost a Slur.
What?
It's like, what, you don't watch College Humor? Oh my gosh, that's so niggardly of you.
Shit.
Oh no.
Hey,
slow down, man. We're live here.
Hey, niggardly. It's almost a slur. It's a word that just means stingy.
All right. When you're editing this, cut out like the last half of that word.
Every time too, so it just sounds like he's repeating it. Ooh, that's so mean. Man, edit. Yeah, it's
that's the end of my YouTube career right there.
I'm super excited though, like just for like future videos I'm gonna be making. Like I have so many videos like I want to do, but only so much time to do it. So like I said, next one is going to be disturbing video games, which George is going to be sitting out on. I know every time he's not in my channel for a day, people get pissy and go like, "Where's George? I thought he was the host of this channel."
Yeah.
What?
No. He's joking.
Me and George are good friends, but and we work together a lot. So I'm like in a lot of his videos, he's in a lot of my videos. But some people just like think we're this homogenous homunculus of an individual. Where it's like, where's George? Why is he not here? Like, because he has things to do, damn it.
It's my channel. This is not his ship.
Also, like, Creepy, I just think you should like do more like videos just on your own. If you're trying to get like more personal with your list, it doesn't make sense for me or Devontae to be and not be personal.
Yeah, that's why with my list I generally pick the like disturbing indie games, right? I'm going to be talking about the stuff that I personally know about, and those are the entries I'm going to be doing. And then I try to get people who like know the other ones to narrate those ones, and then have them maybe modify the script a bit to be a bit more personal to them. Like that's
not likely to happen.
Yeah, that's not likely to happen. But hey, I could try. And not to mention with the disturbing indie games list, you don't really have to be personal with it. But I mean, Night in the Woods is going to get so personal that I've already decided I'm going to take the Night in the Woods entry. And like it's not only just gonna be like an entry on the list, but it's gonna be like I'm gonna have like this little intro to it to explain its significance to me, and it's gonna be like semi-animated. I'm working with my artist on that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna
and
I'm getting like some custom songs. I've been
you should
working
just like
on
make
that.
a video on Night of the Woods, because one of the reasons why I did the mini docs is that I don't have to center a list around certain objects, like
Oh yeah, so
certain themes. Like I wanted to talk about the Dan Schneider thing, but I didn't want to make a list around it, so I just made it into a mini doc, and it worked out well. So, like if it's that personal to you, you should just make a video.
Oh, that's what I was
Night of the
saying.
Woods.
That one's gonna be its own video.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be long enough for it to be. It's just its own video, so it's gonna be that one's gonna be absolutely fun to do. I got the worst YouTuber thing coming up again. I'm hoping to. I want to do it a lot better than I did the last time. It's gonna be a lot more fun. I know George will be in on that one, mainly because we found some people on there that just god damn, we found George introduced me to a whole world of people that are just awful. What were they?
What do you mean?
The people who make the fake trailers and try to trick people into thinking they're real trailers.
There's like a whole like world out there of people who just upload like, you know, Avengers Endgame leaked trailer, and then all these like stars named Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and at the very tail end, they even write like 2018 HD and all that, and then at the very tail end, they write concept or
I know,
edit.
yeah.
And obviously, you're not going to see that when you're scrolling, so you click on it and you think it's real, and it's like even as like trailers, they're really bad. Like, come on, guys! Like, why are you taking shit from like Planet of the Apes and like all these other movies? Oh, obviously they don't have footage, but it's just really bad.
Yeah.
It's just clickbait.
So how long are we?
And
doing
they've
this
actually stolen it
podcast?
from me.
Oh, don't worry. Just I think I'm actually wrapping it up now. I was planning for 2 hours.
My bad.
No, don't worry. I wanted to bring that up. So yeah, there's that worst YouTuber list. There's that one coming up. There's the Disturbing Indie Games one, which, you know, I mean, like my last one did 1 million views, so now I gotta like do better. So that's great to know. All the pressure in the world. I found some really cool obscure shit too, which I'm not even gonna fucking spoil. But holy shit, I found some like stuff from Taiwan. Like I'm getting real into here. And after that, I think I think the next one I'm doing is organizations that just need to stop.
I love that fucking
It's
name.
time to stop.
I think I found the intro clip for that one. Thank you.
Is one of them Twitter? Is one of them CNN?
No. Well, I mean, I found some like cancer charities that just don't donate to cancer.
Damn.
Like stuff like that. I found this one veteran organization that's made like $41 million in the past like 20 years and has donated around 20,000 to actual veterans.
I gotta do that. This sounds like.
Oh,
Wow.
that's just personal. That's personal. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
exactly. Like fucking hell, dude. Like if they're gonna do that, I'm gonna meme on them. All right, I'm gonna be so fresh. I'm gonna drop my nuts, you know. And it's gonna be absolutely fucking fun to do that. After that, I really don't know, but I'll definitely like come up with something. I think after that I could come back to like cartoons or, you know, I made a teaser about the whole anime thing that I might actually cover anime, and you know, like I want to talk about Made in Abyss, I want to talk about Angel Beats, I want to talk about all that, but I got to figure out a way to like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of the anime community. They're gonna eat me alive.
Yeah.
Out of anyone, like I'm afraid I'll be like, oh yeah, I liked Naruto, and then like have like some dude in a trench coat with a katana go like, you insulted my wife.
Like Naruto, ha!
It's okay. Okay, Cowboy Bebop, English dub, and only a fool would say otherwise.
Freaking hell, man!
No fools in here, I guess.
I talked about Agretsuko, you know, and like I didn't mention this in the video, but like the best version is the English dub because they actually hired a metal singer to do the metal parts. In every other dub, they use the same sound clip of a dude kind of doing metalish noises, but you can clearly tell it's just and not like actual lyrics, not actual.
It's
Yeah, it's like and then they have like subtitles on the bottom to represent it, and it's the same sound clip in every. I'm such a fucking nerd for this show. I've seen it in every fucking dub. All right.
Damn.
French is the worst. France, you gotta step it up.
French is the worst.
Well,
That's dedication.
Well, to be fair, France actually does some pretty solid dubs of Disney movies.
I wouldn't know.
Like, have you ever listened to French Let It Go? It's actually really good.
What? No, I've never bothered. I was never that curious.
Oddly specific.
That's oddly specific.
French is the worst. No offense to French, it's just like all the voices, like it's hard to explain, but all the voices, like there's this kind of cadence to a lot of the characters that like make them who they are. Like Retsuko, it's pretty easy. She's basic bitch girl, like main character, whatever. But like Fedeko is like this subdued, monotone, like fennec fox, and she's adorable because like
she's my favorite character so far. 2 episodes in.
Yeah, but in the French version, she's like an anime girl, going like super like animated. Like it just doesn't match the character at all. It's like her voice is all over the place, and like I don't know if they just didn't give her direction or she had no idea what maybe she saw, oh, it's a fox and it's cute and it's small, so let me act like an anime. And that's what they did, but all I know is that character's ruined. Mr. Tone's voice is all right, but it's a problem when you look at Haida's voice, who's deeper than Mr. Tone.
That's a little weird.
Like, it's almost like they swapped the voice actors. Like, it would be like in the English dub, if you had Haida voicing Mr. Tone, and you had Mr. Tone, the voice of Roadhog, as Haida. And it's
I love you, Agretzko!
I don't know anything about this show. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, there's actually.
All right, hold on. Just let him watch it if he wants to.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I really do think we should probably just wrap this up.
I'll leave you guys
Bernie,
on this thing.
Bernie, though, what can we expect from your channel?
You already know, but yeah, I'm working on almost like. I think it's gonna be 4 parts, but I haven't fully written it yet. But it's gonna be a true crime documentary.
Ooh.
This shit is huge. I don't know what I can say. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. But
Yeah, just keep it really low key.
Just the shit you told me. I'm like, holy fuck! I wish this was my video.
I need your help, George, to make a title for it, though.
To make a title for it, I can help you with editing and
Yeah. Okay, I have an idea. Shockingly disturbing true crime.
No.
No, I wanted to make it. I want it to be like a Netflix tier documentary.
I will try, dude. I will try my hardest. I will learn anything.
I will DM you what kind of title I'm trying to think of.
Moving on with this one here, George. What can we expect from you in the future?
More. I think for 2019, I'm gonna actually be shifting my content more towards mini documentaries. I like making list videos, but I just don't feel accomplished doing them. I'm still gonna do them, just because there's just some stuff that I want to cover, but definitely more mini docs. The next one, hopefully, if everything goes well, should be out by next week. So we will see. But it's definitely going to be
if you don't mind me asking.
What was that?
What's the next one you're doing?
It's going to be let's see. How do I fuck it. It's going to be on do you remember Ratified Plecha?
Yeah, that's that one
big
entry
blanket dude. Yeah, that big blanket dude from
on the
my
public
top
access
20
shows.
No. Well, it was from Unintentionally Disturbing. I'm gonna make pretty much a video going over who this character is and how this character did something significant. I actually hired some Slovak translators to translate some of the episodes so we can understand. It's more than just a creepy kid's character that got leaked on the internet. It's actually kind of an interesting story behind that character, and nobody knows what it's about. Like Rainbow talked about it; she had no idea. Phantom Strider talked about it; he had no idea, and neither did I when I first talked about it. So it's going to be pretty cool.
And what you don't know about number 1 will truly shock you.
And then Josh, Scorcher, what can we expect from your channel?
Well, my next countdown coming out on the 1st of February is top 10 Sony fails.
Oh!
Actually, I gotta tell you, George. We he wanted me to see if I could get you to narrate a line for that one. It's only like a sentence if you get a little bit of time after this.
If it's just a sentence, okay,
Yeah.
I can do that. What is
It's basically just for one of the segments. I'm just having all of Sony's most arrogant quotes.
Mostly just
Most
tweets.
arrogant. No, they're not tweets. They're statements in like magazines and interviews and stuff. Like just all of them read in incredibly snobby voices. It's like I got like Linkara to voice one.
That's pretty funny.
Can I tell him the one? Can I just tell him the one you had me narrate?
Yeah,
You can just message me
Okay.
if you want to keep it like low key.
All right, cool. So the one that I narrated is
Or not.
my favorite one. I kind of want to tell a stream, but like this the insanity of this is just stupid. Microsoft does not concern us. Microsoft is not a technology company.
That's some denial.
That's what they said.
Yes,
Yes, they literally said that.
that was like
Okay,
the CEO who
Jesus.
said that.
They're in
Damn
denial.
old people.
I wish they wouldn't mock Microsoft. I mean, like they make some great mugs, you know. I mean, they may not be a technology company, but
They make some good clothes. I've been to Microsoft Inn and I love their flannels.
Yeah, but yeah, and after that is Kingdom Hearts month. But yeah, and on YouTube, I'm just gonna be once Kingdom Hearts comes out, I'm going to be grabbing my adult diaper, and I'm gonna be streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 nearly nonstop. And I'm gonna have a drinking game every time they say the word darkness. I'm gonna take a shot.
Oh, dude, you're fucked. It was nice knowing you.
say goodbye to that liver.
Say hi to
Oh,
Stan Lee for me.
It's actually gonna be a shot of a smoothie, so I don't kill myself.
Okay.
I am going to be doing a drinking game in a live stream in the future. I just need I'm waiting until I have a little bit more cash in my account. I'm going to buy a ring light and a webcam, and we're going to read like the shit. I save all the shitty stories people send me in like a little Google Doc, and I was gonna get Mr. Creepypasta to narrate them. And every time we find a cliche, I'm gonna take a sip of Mike's Heart. Anytime someone donates, I'm taking a shot at Captain Morgan.
God damn, dude.
So I want to see how badly the night ends.
Right.
But you know, I mean, I got a lot of fun stuff that I usually save only for conventions. I'm gonna do in this live stream. I gotta get the equipment for it. Anyway,
You need a face cam too, so they know for sure that you're drinking it.
oh yeah, that's exactly why I need the webcam and ring light, so I can like set up the hotbox and like have it lit properly.
Lit.
But yeah, it's gonna be real lit. So yeah, if you guys liked any of what we talked about today, or liked any of the people in here, like their voices, or interested in any of their content, consider going down to the description below and going over, giving them subscribe, giving them a watch. You know, I'm pretty sure they would all appreciate that. This is the first ever like that creepy cast, and I hope to see you guys at some point, sometime in the future. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't like murder Monkey Jones my channel down for some of the things he said today.
We'll avenge you.
But
Yeah.
that said, you know, have a good one. I think that's a good end to this. If you guys have any last comments, make them now while I navigate.
This was fun. Thanks for having me, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon.
All right, Julio, thank you for having me on. See you later. I think, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Josh said the N-word on the stream. Good